Our next athlete on thin ice is freeski pro Simon Dumont, who's about to charge through a one-off gigantic halfpipe with a rather dramatic twist. Half of it's missing.
You don't really realize how big a 22-foot halfpipe is until the back of the wall is cut off, both the walls are cut out, and you see that, yeah, I'm 15 feet off the deck, but that's, 37 feet off the ground. The biggest thing for me that I wasn't really prepared for was how much of the side of the wall would really play into my brain.
With no reference points during the ride, navigating this halfpipe is harder than expected, quite literally. When he falls, the snow feels like a slab of ice. But after a few more tries, everything falls into place.
First one, you're like, okay, I got it. Second one, you're like, I got it. Kind of get up, a little psyched. This idea is just something I claimed and something I envisioned, and I wanted to make sure that I followed through.
I rarely see my dear lake frozen like this, bound by 50 centimeters of ice.
Whoever it was that said Russians only skate on the ice during the wintertime obviously didn't meet this guy, who's determined to do his thing on as little ice as possible.
I felt a yearning to do something unusual, something absolutely off the wall. While at the same time, I felt like using some materials that had never been used in wakeboarding before, jibbing or whatever.
Our Russian friend's first runs are a disaster, plunging him into the frozen soup. But with some adjustments, he's ready to have another crack. And by virtue of this most bizarre ice and rust experiment, Nikita Martyanov has definitely changed our perception of wakeboarding forever.
For me, wakeboarding means, above all, dynamics, moving forward. These endless possibilities are only restricted by your imagination.
The #1 spot in our countdown takes us to one of Canada's national treasures, the Clearwater Lakes, a beautiful stretch of water on the Canadian Shield. Now that the waters on the lakes are frozen, the ice is a refuge for those looking for a bit more space to play Canada's most popular pastime. Hockey on ice is about as natural as it gets, but mapping out plans for what appears to be a replica of Canada's most famous F1 circuit is definitely veering towards thin ice. And with the sudden appearance of F1 driver Sébastien Buemi on 4 wheels, this most fragile track has become one of the most awe-inspiring F1 images of all time, in what is anything but a meltdown.